I remember the first time Sadie and I came up here, none of that gravel was piled up like that. None. Now look. How it got here, I don't know if this flooded that much that it washed it from way up there somewhere. I don't know. She don't like water though. She hates getting in the water. Don't you, Sadie? Yeah. You can't take her anywhere that she don't get in the water. She loves it more than any dog I ever had in my life. I've had a bunch of them. Yeah. I remember my first dog was named Brownie. We called him a rabbit dog. I don't know why it's what we called him, but it's what Uncle Tommy told me he was, a little rabbit dog. And he got hit by a car one time, and he run into a bottom, into a swamp. And Uncle Tommy loved me. I don't know why he loved me, but he did. But he went in the swamp hunting my dog and finally brought my dog back out of the swamp to me. Brownie lived through it. I don't remember how old I was, not very old. Then one time I had a collie, and Uncle Tommy's wife, Edith, which was actually my aunt, he got run over out in front of her house, and some guy stopped, and an older guy, man, said, "Son, I'm really sorry that I hit your dog." Said, I know what it's like to have a dog, and I've got a dog I'll bring you, and then you'll have a dog. And Aunt Edith said, "He don't need a dog, he don't need a dog. Don't worry about bringing him a dog, he don't even need one." And I think that's the day I started hating her. I never did like her whole life. She was overbearing and real bossy and ruly, and I never did like Aunt Edith. Then when Aunt Edith came down with cancer, I would go out her house and slip firewood in her house and on her carport and keep firewood up for her and do lots of things that I guess were good. And nobody knew who was doing it. They called me Santa Claus. And they'd say, "Well, Santa Claus has been here again. He's put firewood in Edith's carport, and he's put firewood in her house by her heater, and Santa Claus just don't realize how good a thing he's doing, you know." And I never would tell who did it. And my mother, of all people, caught me. And she couldn't keep her mouth shut. I mean, it was just like instantly she wanted to tell who Santa Claus was. And I didn't want anybody to ever know. I would have never told till this day. I would have never told. Because I think when you do good, I don't think you need to advertise it. God said if you brag about the good you do, then you've got your reward already. But if you don't brag about it and you don't tell it, then He'll reward you. Who you rather have your reward from? My God, when I get to the pearly gates and it's judgment day, I'm going to need all the help I can get, I figure. So I don't need to go around bragging about what good I've done. But once somebody knows it, I mean, you can talk about it then because they've already told it, I guess. Look at all the little fishies in there. Lots of little minnows and little fish. You know, what does a minnow turn into? Does it turn into a fish? And why do we call them minnows? Because they're little fish? I don't really know. And I would assume because a goldfish will just keep growing and growing according to the size of the area in which it lives, they say. So if that's the case, these little minnows are going to grow into fish. I guess you could ask Wayne Pfeiffer. He's pretty fish intelligent. He knows a lot about fishing. Of course, I'm sure Wayne knows a lot about a lot of things. He's an older guy. He knows a lot. And then again, I'm sure there's a lot of things like me he don't know a lot about. But he's a good guy. I like Wayne. Hadn't heard from him since the cooties started going on, but he's like me. He stays by himself because he knows it'll kill him. So he just stays with himself and his kids. Well, it's beautiful up here. I mean, can you get any more peaceful than this? If you just had a little cabin, just right over there on the bank in the shade, and had a little walkway right down here, and just dig you out a nice little hole here 4 foot deep, and put you a hammock up, have you a grill out here and a fire pit. What in the world more would a man need besides a good woman? He would need a good woman to help him cook those meals and to keep him warm at night, and of course to keep him straight when he went wrong. Okay, little dog, let's go. I don't know what did that. And here's a spider web right here that I've got on my forehead. You know, I need to come up here and camp. This is where I need to come camping. My friends don't want to come camping up the trace because they want to have beer. And I really don't think anybody's going to say anything to them about bringing beer up through here. I realize it's federal property, but still, who gives a rat's rump if they've got a beer? Now, a joint they might care about, or powder or whatever, but my friends don't do that kind of stuff, so don't have to worry about that. They do drink a little beer. I don't drink beer. I don't like the taste of beer. And look what it's just came down to. And when I first come here, this whole thing was flowing with water. It wasn't very deep, but the whole thing was flowing. And it was just a gentle, little smooth current. It wasn't like that. And the cows, they're laying over here. You can see the cow right up there. Oh, they can get to the water. I didn't realize they could get to the water. Oh yeah, they can get in here. That's great. I thought that bank looked like it had been hewed down, and this one looks like it's been hewed down. Well, that means they can be free then. Hi, little calf. How are you? So y'all tore the fence down, and y'all can actually get over here. That's great. Y'all got water to lay in. That means you're free. You could just leave the country if you wanted to. Hi, little calf. He's not saying much. He don't speak back. And what's this bush right here with all the berries on it? What is that? Is that poke salad? Poke salad, Annie. And there's some more cows all up in there. They like to come over here in this shade. It looks like they would hew that bank down where they could get in here. They've been down here in the water and back up that bank or back up this bank or something. I guess they could get back up this one. I don't know. Maybe they don't come over here and get in the water because they don't have a place to get back up. But I thought right back up there where we just were that they could get in. And this is how you catch fish right here. You hew them right around through there and get them into this little pond, and then you can catch them. Look at all the minnows. Look. All the little minnows in there. Instead of going around the water, Sadie has to go through the water. But to me, it takes a lot of current to wash these rocks in here. But they've washed in here, every one of them, because they weren't here. And it's just great to get out in nature and just, well, I'm not very far in the woods. Actually, I'm at a little park on the side of the trace. But it's just beautiful up here. You can come here and lay in the water if you choose. And I just realized I crawled over that tree and came here when right here's a path that goes around it. Not very intelligent of me, but I never told you I was very intelligent. But the cows can come over here if they choose. And go right up through there and just keep going. Oh, there's a fence right there. There's a fence so they can't get into this park right here. So, but Looks to me like it's all tore down too. It just goes to right here and then it's down. See there? So they can just walk right on out in that field and go wherever they choose. And what is this growing on this tree? Something you're not supposed to touch. What do you think, Sadie? Look, somebody come out here and took a dump. I guess that's one thing you have to do though. You gotta take a dump, you gotta take a dump. Because when you gotta go, you gotta go. Well, that's what they tell me anyway. Are you ready to go, little dog? But look how beautiful it is right here in this little park. You could come and set your tent right there and go right over there and bathe in the water, and there's plenty of firewood here. Could bring a little axe with you at night, or come up here in the truck, bring a chainsaw and have lots of wood. And that wood needs cut out of there anyway. Needs got out of the creek. I don't know who owns that wood, but I'm surely to God they wouldn't care if you cut it out of the creek. I hear thunder. "50% chance of rain," they said. I thought every moment that I had ever woken up in life, it was 50% chance of rain. That's what I thought. But they'll tell you it's a 40% chance. I don't understand that. It's a 50% chance every day you live, because it could rain or it could not rain. So that's an automatic 50%. Right? Right. This place is called Cypress Creek. Cypress Creek. Cypress Creek. Did I say that? Cypress Creek. Got a little picnic area right over there. Got some grills. Picnic area, grills. A lot of people stop here. They don't stay very long, but they stop here. When I got here, there was a car there. Some goof ass was parked parallel right here beside the motorcycle. Then there was another one parked over there. And I had to bite my tongue to not be rude to tell them they need to park in a parking place where other people can park. Because you see, I was forced to park on part of the handicap because there was nowhere to park. They had it took up with parallel parking and people standing there. Why do I not like people? Because of the goofy shit they do. That's exactly why. I hear it thundering again, Sadie. I might ought to get on the motorcycle and go somewhere else. Or either get our raincoat on. Sadie don't like thunder. She hates fireworks. It makes her shake. She's terrified. But look at all the rocks. And it makes me wonder where they came from. Where did they come from? My God. Is there a mother rock out here having babies or what? Now the bugs is in my face. I know it's because I'm beautiful and they want sugar. But look, the way the rocks has got it now, it's got stale water standing here. I sure don't want Sadie in that. And that pile of rocks, what is that? From a child or? Now, the federal government, state government, nobody's taking care of the United States anymore. The mayor in Tuscumbia Park, don't even get me started on him. I don't even like him at all. He needs kicked totally out of office. Because he's doing a very, very, very injustice for Tuscumbia. I don't even know the guy, don't ever want to know the guy, because he's just doing a piss poor job. I need to be mayor of somewhere because I'd beautify the place and I would make it look good, and I wouldn't just do it like out of my own mind. I would ask the public, I would do surveys and ask the public what they thought about this, what they thought about that. And before I did it, and that way I would get their vote again. Honestly get their vote instead of this being a good old boy. And they tell me that guy's name's Bubba Underwood. I really don't know his name, but his name's Bubba. Yep, that's the kind of person you get for mayor, somebody named Bubba. Anytime you hear of somebody named Bubba, it automatically makes me think they were spoiled bad as a child. Because their mom and daddy called them Bubba. Come on, Bubba. Come on, Bubba, let's go. We're going to go to the store and get you a pack of M&Ms, Bubba. Oh, well, maybe it wasn't that way. I hope not. I'm not trying to say it was, because I don't know. Look what a dirty, nasty motorcycle I'm riding. When I get back home, Sadie will wash this. Sadie, you got to wash your motorcycle when you get back home. Hey, I'm talking to you. Hey, you going to wash your motorcycle when you get home? You are? Okay. See you.